and welcome to the eFresh.com flower plants and bulb news. My name is Mylène and these are this week's headlines. Financial crisis hits flower industry. Protected orchids at risk. Taiwan to increase orchid productivity. Kenya offers Pakistan technology. Anthurium adds color to Mizoram. The impact of reduced credit as a result of the financial crisis being felt through the diminishing demand of flower globally and increased cost of production has stifled the Ugandan flower industry. Royal Van Zanten said that the flower industry has been beaten hands down and has had its petals severely burnt in the rising heat of the economic and financial crisis. The credit crisis has exacerbated negative trends, sending demand for flowers into a steeper downward spiral. According to the Center for the Promotion of Imports from Developing Countries, the economic crisis has reduced export volumes, profit margins, and employment in flower sector in the developing countries. Margins are under heavy pressure. Prices are plummeting and exporters have to engage in tougher price negotiation with their European buyers. Rare species of flowers have been found on land which the British Environment Agency wants to flood. Local residents object to a proposal which would see 140 hectares of Grade 1 agricultural land given over to the sea and turned into a wildlife habitat. The proposals were part of the Environment Agency coastal realignment plans, but in May, the agency put the plan on hold while concerns were discussed. Wildflower enthusiasts say there are currently wild orchids in bloom. They say that the species are protected, just like old white flowers, and could be washed away if the proposal goes through. But according to Lincolnshire Wildlife Trust, none of these orchid species have special protection and are not threatened by the scheme, as the existing sand dunes, where orchids may be seen, will not be affected. Radio frequency identification technology has been introduced to Taiwan's butterfly orchid production management in a move that is expected to raise productivity. As competition in the global orchid market has become increasingly fierce, Taiwan is introducing new technology to sharpen its competitive edge in the sector. While local butterfly orchids production acreage and values have continued to increase, with Japan and the United States serving as the principal export outlets, locally produced orchids have been facing even fiercer competition from Holland, China, and Southeast Asia in recent years. Against this backdrop, continued quality improvement and upgrading of productivity has become very important in the efforts to sustain Taiwan's butterfly orchids industry. Kenya has offered flower farming technology to Pakistan for export purposes. As Kenya and Pakistan are trading partners, both should see maximum opportunities to explore potential trade. Pakistan imports mainly tea from Kenya, constituting 55% of total consumption of tea in Pakistan, and exports mainly rice there. It was proposed that Pakistan could learn from Kenya's expertise of producing flowers, which is a big source of income for them. Pakistan has a fertile terrain suitable for producing flowers, and the Kenyan experience in this field would help Pakistan to a larger extent. Once the technology of growing flowers is transferred, Pakistan can earn a handsome amount of foreign reserves through export of flowers. Kenya also showed interest in importing pharmaceuticals and surgical instruments from Pakistan. Mizoram has become the largest Anthurium flower producer in India. At present, more than 70 varieties of Anthurium flowers are cultivated and more than 400 growers are engaged in it. Dubai is the biggest destination of Mizoram's Anthurium, while the exporters are eyeing New Zealand and Australia as well. This venture has not only brought about change in the horticultural scenarios of the states, but has also uplifted the living standard of the farmers. According to sources from the exporter, the weekly export to Japan stands at 2,000 Anthurium flowers, and there is an increasing demand. More farmers have now switched over from agriculture-based cultivation to Anthurium flower production, as it is a lucrative option for small farmers in the States. Thank you for watching the eFresh.com flower plants and bulb news. See you next time.